Well, hello, yes, it's me, the old git here again, in for another rant. And you probably gathered by what you can see on the screen right now is that I'm talking about one person in particular, and of course, is our man there, Nigel Farage. Now, that graphic just sort of shows you that he called a by-election, and basically he wanted to get the people to vote for him to show that he really was wanted by the people and it wasn't a fluke, and they believe in him and that they want him as their MP. And as you all know now, that well, he won, and he won with a lot more majority with a lower turnout. But anyway, let's get into it, because that's what I want to talk about today. Now, major UK political parties are highly serious about neutralising Nigel Farage. Now, I say neutralise because I know it's a strong word, but I believe it to be true. They're trying all which way, whatever, to get rid of this man. Okay? But they are currently using a strategy of institutional boycott and regulatory scrutiny rather than direct electoral combat. Why are they so afraid of this man? Why? Well, I could say that he's a man that people like. I mean, mainstream politicians are intimidated by Nigel Farage, primarily because he possesses a unique ability to weaponize populist sentiment, factor traditional voting bases, and dictate the national political agenda. The political rivals like the Labour Party and the Conservative Party and the Liberal Democrats completely boycotted Nigel Farage's self-triggered August 2026 by-election in Clacton. Instead of fighting his Reform UK party at the ballot box, his opponents are letting officially parliamentary watchdogs dictate its political future. This is what I mean about using lawfare. Okay? And none of the parties stood a candidate. What reason they gave for not standing candidates? Well, according to the Labour Party, they boycotted Clacton by-election entirely. They dismissed Farage's resignation as a manoeuvre, as a stunt. Well, that's a bit strange, because I don't think that's what he did for. I'll tell you what I think he did for. But anyway, Conservative Party refused to contest the seat, avoiding giving democratic legitimacy to his re-election bid. And the Liberal Democrats, well, yeah, they probably Ed Davies is out there going down a water slide somewhere in a wetsuit, you know. I never know anything about them. And the Green Party, they're on a downer. Their leader is completely he's disappeared into the ether. But anyway, they didn't stand, but they all stood together, unified. Now, why are they? I mean, the parties who hate each other, or supposed to, they're all unified against this one man and this one party. Now, what the reasons that they gave, which we've just said, I don't think that's a reason. I don't think that's a reason at all. I think the reason is that they were afraid that they'd get no votes. And to believe me or not, I mean, there was a lower turnout, and they'd all, put a lot of money into publicising this, Count Binhead, or whoever, bin liner, I don't know, him. They'd all put loads of money into that to try and make him, and he got 10,000 votes. Yeah, okay, because there's enough idiots out there anyway, but there you go. But Nigel and the Reform Party increased their vote share, I think by about 10,000 votes, so I don't know how many it was, but a lot, on a lower turnout. So that shows that the people of Clacton do believe in Nigel. There'll be idiots down there just the same, but normal thinking, people who know what's going on in the country and want to try and save their country, basically would have voted for him. And I'm glad they did, because he's back. But Nigel is what the people want. You know, he's a man for the people. He's a man for all the people. And as leader of Reform UK, Farage has consistently forced the UK major political parties to shift their position out of fear of losing voters. Farage's political vehicles directly targeted disaffected working class and conservative voters who have become very disenchanted with the two-party system. It's like a tennis match, isn't it? One time it's them, Labour, next time Conservatives. Labour, Conservative, and nothing happens. They all sit there, the career politicians who've never done a day's work in their life, drawing their £110 per annum plus all their accounts and all their expenses as well. And thank you very much. They don't care. And they spend time in, you know, you've only got to watch Prime Minister's Question Time, and they talk absolute bullcrap to each other, just attack each other. Oh, it's his fault because they were in. No, it's your fault because you've been in. I mean, it's just, as I say, political tennis, just for the eyes of us fodder, because that's all we are, fodder. And, you know, the fact is as well that, you know, Labour are trying to destroy our democracy. They're getting there in a great way. I mean, he got rid of Starmer, the Harmer, who was a Fabian, and of course you know that Andy Burnham is also a Fabian, writes articles for them as well. And if you know anything about their ideology, well, that's up to you, go and find out. But it's not good. All right. So, but Nigel Farage is something else. He's something special. The Reform Party is something special. They're a major party in a very short time because people believe in what they want and what they're going to do. And it's what the people want, not what the politicians want, because they can't be bothered. Okay? So I think that Nigel Farage obviously is a fantastic man and he's the man of the people. Now, the dilemma, the Conservative dilemma, for over a decade, the Conservative Party has feared that Farage will split the right-wing vote, handing victories to the Labour Party. And this anxiety famously pressured David Cameron, or Farage pressured David Cameron, into promising the 2016 EU referendum. That's what he can do. He's a man for the people. He knows what they want. And since they got to leave the EU, we haven't left. We haven't got back the sovereignty because you know why? The Conservatives, neither Labour Party or any party want to leave. They want to give all the power to somebody else who's not even British, another entity that can control you, and they want to sit on their backsides throwing the money, as I said. So he got us out, or he got us to, you know, to leave. He got that passed, and he got the referendum, and people said they want to leave. But you've never left, believe me. And the Labour threat, I mean, Farage also appeals to the Labour Party too. Because traditional socially conservative Labour voters in the post-industrial areas are making him a dual threat to both major parties, because they all vote for Farage because Labour are not representing them anymore. In fact, Britain's been attacked on two fronts. It's been attacked by its own government, which is the Labour government, and it's been attacked by infiltrators, which is not part of this video, but that's something else that I'll talk about later on in another video, not this one. So basically, what makes him the only hope to save Great Britain? What do you think is the only hope that we have? Well, Despite rarely holding a government power, Farage is a master of media populism. He excels at identifying highly emotive issues, most notably immigration, asylum seekers, and border control, and pushing them to absolute center of the national debate. Mainstream politicians frequently find themselves playing defense, forced to react to his narrative that he creates. And he can do that, and he does do that. And the press are his enemy too. They try to suppress him. The BBC, Sky News, Channel 4, they all try to put him down. But they can't. And his loyal, the people who are loyal to him in his party and some of the new MPs that are with him, support him. They don't fight amongst themselves. They support each other. And anybody that disrupts it is out. They've gone. They know what their aim is and they know where they're going, which is more than we can say for established parties who should be ashamed of themselves. So, what else? Rhetorical freedom, that's what we call this. Now, unlike leaders of the major parties who must draft fully costed manifestos and appeal to a broad centrist coalition, Farage operates with fewer constraints. He uses direct, provocative and emotionally charged language, such as calling for mass deportation, but meaning it, or invoking pure, cold rage regarding social decline. And it's, Britain's becoming the dustbin of the world. In fact, bin face there would have been all right, because, they need a big dustbin to put all the rubbish in that's coming into the country and trying to take over. Labour is infiltrated. Liberal Democrats infiltrated. And the Greens is not a Green Party anymore. It's the Green Muslim Party. That's what's happening to your political parties. And the two-party system, well, they'll just sit on their hands and they all happen. Who do they care? What do they care? They don't care. And that's why Farage will do very well, because he does care. Okay. So, going on from that, Nigel Farage, he is untouchable. Okay? Farage has successfully positioned himself as an outsider, fighting against corrupt Westminster elite, and he does, and he names, and he shames. They'll fire everything at him, and it deflects off his, off his shield there. Despite his own background as an ex-commodities trader and long-serving politician, when mainstream politicians or major broadcasters attack him, he effectively flips the narrative, claiming the establishment is conspiring to silence him, which it is. He's not lying. And anybody with eyes in their head can see what they're trying to do to the man. And I believe that him is going to, if he doesn't, he's the saviour of the UK. Irrespective of what you think, he will, or is, the only person who can save the UK, because we're rapidly going down the tubes. And this makes a conventional political attack backfire, and often strengthening his support amongst his core base. When they attack him, and he attacks back, or he doesn't, he comes back, because he's very fast, he gets a lot of support. So, I've told you that this is the man, as far as I'm concerned, can save the UK. I have a feeling that burnt out Burnham has got no chance. I mean, he puts out alarms because it's hot. He's reduced bus fare. Yeah. He's what else has he done? Took a bit of money off VAT off something. It's all like Christopher Columbus going to America and discovering the Indians and giving them trinkets. You think we're stupid like that? Not as the Indians are stupid. It's just another page of the Fabian book being shot at you. Another high taxation, spending the money. Every Labour government that's been in power, as far back as I can remember, has left the country bankrupt. And this one, they borrow till they can't borrow anymore. They tax, high tax. Millionaires leaving the country. What's the point of being a millionaire? What's the point of starting a company? What's the point of employing people if you can't make any money? And if you're successful, you're penalized. It's the only country I know in the world that penalizes you for being successful. It rewards failure. And it's, check it yourself. It's true. In America, somebody makes a lot of money. Oh, he's a great guy. He's made, $20 million. In England, that idiot's made $20 million. How's he do? He shouldn't have all that money. We should have equal spread of assets to everybody. It's just that. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, right now, I think I've had my rants. And as I said before, don't forget, 20th of August, I'm 73 years old. So go to Rumble and give me a tip. I want some more equipment, because I do get tongue-tied sometimes, and I try and do everything myself, which I have to, because there's only me. And if I get some more user-friendly equipment, I can be better at it. So, probably next time I speak to, when is it? What's the date today, anyway? What is the date today? Ah, the 15th. Oh, 5 days. I shall probably come on before that anyway. So until the next time I speak to you, have a great time, have a great day, and think on. If you've got any brains and your eyes can see what's happening to the country, and as far as I'm concerned, that man there is going to be the saviour of the country. He is the only one that's doing and listening to what people are saying. Got it? Good. Right. That's me done. Until the next time anyway, as I've just said, haven't I? See what I mean? Getting old, you see. See you soon.